Welcome to Coffee Fusion. Leeds versus Liverpool. We're finally done up with this fixture. It was quite difficult for us, with all the news surrounding Nabikita, Bobby Firmino injury, and then you also have Fabinho and Allison, and there's so much going on in the past week. Um, with injuries, with the Brazilian interruption, and it was just crazy, right? And finally, sense prevailed, and after all, we have all of them playing for us again. And as far as this particular game was concerned, I think we were phenomenal. Liverpool really outshined, and I apologize for the previous video because there was I accidentally muted myself and went on for another 5 minutes with my lecture. So sorry about that. So this is going to be a solo review, and I'm just so happy right now because Premier League is back again. The players are clicking. I think it was an amazing game, truly, and we really back from finally a game screening, and it was an amazing experience. I'm so super happy that it's on now, and we can go there and chit chat with our mates and enjoy the game with them over a couple of drinks. So it was really fun today because, and obviously Liverpool played the great game as well. So after 1.5 years, we finally met, and the fans were also amazing. Even in the stadium, the Leeds fans are obviously great. The COF fans also were amazing, and they cheered and they really helped out our players, because Leeds is not like any other team who just park the bus for you, and they are not Burnley, to really honest. So they will come at you attacking. I think the first 15 minutes were very difficult for us as well. They showed that they're not just any team that you can bulldoze over with the quality that obviously we have. But Bielsa, being a great manager that he is, he did make life quite difficult for us, and I think that was something. I think that's something good to see, with these teams, that they have those guts to come in and play at you. We did miss a lot of chances, particularly Sadio Mane. I, I just cannot, I cannot believe the kind of chances that he had, open goal chances as well. He took his time on the ball a lot, figuratively, because I think it's just down to his form. I think it's down to his confidence, because he had a horrible season last year. It's obviously not the same Mane we had a couple of years back, and this is something that he needs to work on, obviously. And I hope that he'll have Klopp will have a word or two with him, in the dressing room regarding his misses, because in a game when you're winning 2-0, it's okay. But when you are 1-0 up, and this is not something that you know this is something that you can enjoy every single time, because even against Atletico, Brighton last year, Southampton last year, these were the games that we should have scored, and this is something that we really needed to just win those games, and we ended up either drawing or losing. Kanu, that's okay. That's perfectly fine. I know it's late. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, so that's perfectly fine. Thank you so much for being here, and it's okay, man. Just whenever you're free, feel to come. You just go to sleep right now. I'll just continue with this, right, guys? So review. Now we've spoken about Sadio Mane, and we obviously, there is a lot of things that need so I don't know what's wrong with him, to be really honest with you, because um, his finishing has been poor, his first touch has been poor, his passing and his vision as well, because there are a lot of opportunities when Diogo Jota and Mohamed Salah are in open spaces, and he kind of delays that final pass to them, which obviously makes Salah frustrated, and he usually get frustrated because if the pass is not pinpoint correct, like what Trent Alexander-Arnold just did for him this game again. So that's kind of frustrating for a player of Salah's caliber, and that's perfectly fine. I think that's something that a goal getter needs. You need to have that desire, somewhat what exactly Sadio Mane may be missing at the moment. So that's all for him. I don't want to get into too much of detail, because I do believe that he has the quality, right? So Sadio has the quality and to bounce back, and he will bounce back. I'm sure he will score a crucial game changing goal for us, and hopefully that works. Uh, okay, so you want to sell Sadio. Okay, see, I won't disagree with that completely because until unless you want to, improve your squad, which obviously we need to sell someone for that for sure. The players are they're not getting any younger for obvious reasons, but I think Sadio still has the quality. He still has 2 to 3 years in him. The pace, he's not lacking in pace. I think it's just the form and it's just the confidence. That's about it. So, I mean, if you want to sell someone, then obviously that has to be the manager's call. That if he feels that he has nothing more to develop in the particular player, or if he feels he needs some other player more than any random guy. Because to be honest, apart from Sadio, we have Ox, we have Minamino, we have Origi, we have couple of other players as well, Cadius and Adrian, who are just on there on the bench, who are literally occupying a lot of space that that could have been substituted with someone who may get an opportunity to play maybe more games. So obviously, Klopp doesn't fancies these people in crucial games, in crucial opportunities. Otherwise, against Chelsea, he could have made those substitutes. So that obviously didn't happen in that game. So that's again another debate for another day. Coming back to the game, Liverpool had majority of the possession. Again, like I said, the first 15 minutes were crucial. They tamed the pressure that was coming in from Leeds, and that was absolutely amazing. I think that was something Liverpool has done day in day out before. Right now, the problem obviously came with the Harvey Elliott injury, and I sincerely hope that he's okay because it was a very rough challenge, and I'm not sure why is it still on. And I hope there are repercussions for that because if I mean, players keep making such challenges just to just to get a foul or maybe or I don't know. I just cannot come up with the reason of making that kind of a challenge because that's just absolutely rough. That should not be there. As a player, you should know that it can cause a severe injury, and it just did, right? So we are still awaiting the medical on Harvey Elliott, and let's see how it goes because it was just crazy. I think it was something that we obviously did not expect. We did not expect. Any kind of rash challenge, to be honest. Against Leeds game, we expected to be a high intensity game, but definitely not such a rash challenge, to be really honest. Although we have a decent positive, you can say, news from Harvey Elliott. Maybe, I mean, the guy is obviously amazing, so he has this posted on Instagram that he's okay. Then he's thanking for the support. But you know, I mean, he has started the last 3 games for us, so obviously Klopp has him in his plans, and not. I mean, he hasn't shown that kind of confidence in Knox, so that really kind of tells you where he's at with that. So let's see. Okay, so Kanu has when it comes to goal conversion ratio, we're 15th in the table and missing so many clear-cut chances. Will bite us back and only one goal to win. Yeah, man, that's what exactly I said. That even against Atletico, it was those chances that we missed. I think that's something that we really need to work on. We do create chances, but it's getting tougher and tougher for against these kind of teams who are very very good in terms of defending, who are man to man marking every single time, who close down Salah, Trent, and those stop the crosses. So it's gonna get difficult obviously every year because you cannot play predictable football every single time. You need to change. You need to just try more permutations and combinations to get a goal. I think Thiago was amazing today for me. Fabinho was amazing as well. So Thiago almost got a goal. Unfortunately, Salah was offside at that point of time. But I think these are, see, we had some really good positive, far more positive than the Chelsea game, to be really honest, because players were back. They were like the passes, the kind of the breakaways we had, even though Leeds were down to 10 men, but still those were positive signs. So I think that's something, if your opponent is down to 10 men, that's the time that you dominate, and that's the time you also experiment and get more creative. That's something that we did. Unfortunately, we couldn't go 4-5 up, which we should have, to be really honest, because the kind of chances Sadio Mane missed, those were absolutely crazy. He missed a sitter, he missed an open goal, he missed. He took a lot of touches actually. I think that again says something about his confidence at the moment. So yeah, that's the whole thing, right? So if if you are in form and you nail those chances, you go 2-0 up and then you can settle down and you can break away. But if you are 1-0 up and you're playing against sorry, if you're Liverpool, you're 1-0 up, there's always a chance that the opponent will score a goal. So with us, it's obviously, we need to just wrap up the game as soon as possible. Missing chances when you're 3-0 up is perfectly fine, but not when you're 1-0 up. I think that's something that that these guys needs to they need to understand it. To be very honest, I'm not being very rude. I'm not trying to be very very critical sitting on a chair, but yeah, for sure, because these are the games that need to wrap up quickly as possible, and these are the games that also cost us in the past. So if you're not learning from your past, then God help you. That's just all I can say about this. Right, so moving on, our next game is against AC Milan. That's on 15th of September. It's gonna start at 8 o'clock. I think that's gonna be about say 12:30 our time, 12:30 in the morning. So 16 September, 12:30. And I think Henderson was not played in today's game. I think maybe because of the very reason that he will start the game. Elliott, unfortunately, there's obviously no chance of him starting the game anymore. Fabinho will, of course, and maybe Thiago will be replaced by Naby Keita, or I think it's going to be either Thiago or Naby Keita who's going to start the game. The front three is going to be the same. The back four is going to be the same. I honestly expected Tsimikas to start today. I'm not sure why he didn't, because I think this is a perfect opportunity. This was a perfect opportunity for Tsimikas to be there. And if you have a player of that caliber, if you have someone who has got a good preseason, who has also got a couple of games under his belt, I really thought that Tsimikas could start, because it's time that you start believing in the guy, and you need to give an opportunity. If you can't give an opportunity and the player is just there on the bench, and when it really matters, you need to have him ready for games like AC Milan. You have to have him ready for games like Atletico Madrid. Atletico have strengthened superbly. They now have Suarez, Griezmann, and whatnot. I mean, they're not the same Atletico will be facing, who were the past like a couple of years back. They have improved. They have won the league as well. So it's going to be quite challenging for us at the same time. So those rotations, they need to be made. Like I think we need to rotate every couple of games, to be really honest, maybe with 2 or 3 players, because we have fixtures coming in very swiftly, because now it's 12th September today, 15th is AC Milan, and 18th is Crystal Palace. So we need to just make sure that we don't just goof up again with the injuries and everything and come up with the same excuses. I hope not, because we just cannot have any excuses, because this is the team that we wanted, this is the team that we have, and this is a team that we were confident about, right? So it's more about just getting that job done with as like, I mean, the lesser the casualty, the better, right? So that's just how it is, right? So for me, man of the match, I think it has to be Fabinho, because I think he was quite strong. He just nudged into the tackles. He stopped a lot of through balls. A lot of interceptions were made, and I think even in terms of the attack, he had that opportunity. He did score a goal. So yeah, I think amazing game for him, and I'm super happy that he's back fit. So that's that's all you need, right? I think Thiago for me was also a good addition. I think finally seeing him in the attack, finally seeing him making those key passes, and it was just absolutely amazing, right? Because Thiago is just replaced Mane with dynamic ox. Oh man, I think you're drunk or something with the win. I don't know what's the matter with you right now. Right. So Thiago was absolutely amazing. I think Van Dijk, there's nothing like the level that he has set up. Matip, again, he was just roaming around right in the middle of the pitch. So that's how it is. Robertson was amazing. Alexander Arnold, wow, what a cross that was. I'll just try to open up the picture if I can, but unfortunately, I'm not able to. Mo Salah also completed like 100 goals for the club. I mean, it's just amazing, right? You just cannot imagine that, after Fernando Torres and Luis Suarez, I did not expect to have someone like Mo Salah. And, you know, I mean, it's just amazing what this guy has done. And to be honest, this could have been more. I think there were some really unfortunate, missed chances or poor decisions um, from the referees, of obviously, and he missed out on a lot of things. So hats off to Mo Salah. I think he absolutely deserves it. He has been amazing for us, even in a shittiest season. He has been amazing for us. I think there is no word. The talent. I mean, this guy is just absolutely monster, and I hope he gets that renewal, that whatever he wants. Just give him the contract, ask him a number, and just make him sign the contract. That's just how it is. Because even if you're planning to sell him in a couple of years, he'll give you a good amount of money. He can give you at least 50 to 70 million, even in a couple of years, post his 30. That's how good he is. And these are the kind of players as Ronaldo, Messi, even Mo Salah. I'll put him in the same category because they do not get touch wood, they don't get injured so often, and the quality obviously remains. So it's obviously not FIFA that you expect a downgrade of a player post his 30s. That's just not how it works in real life. United just signed Ronaldo, and look at him at the moment. So I mean, I hope my point is very clear with that example. So you cannot just say that a player is downgrading just because he has crossed 30 or he is 30. All right. So wrapping up the Leeds discussion now, because I didn't want this conversation to go beyond 5 minutes, but okay, we have just crossed 17 now. Right. So all in all, a good game. I was completely mesmerized by the performance, to be really honest, because at the very beginning of the game, I was quite worried. How will we react, because Leeds are an attacking team, and there are a few loopholes in our defense as well, when because we play way too much forward balls, and at the same time our backline is way ahead of where it really needs to be, especially in these games, because breakaway players against Leeds and Leicester City are obviously something that that needs to be worked on in a team. And obviously we did our research, we did our homework on them. We did on Bamford and Rafinha. They did come close, and our defenders were there. Fabinho was there to block the ball. Even Mo Salah came back for Trent Alexander-Arnold to when he was down, to make sure that no one obviously gets through the gates. And yeah, all right guys, so मैं नींद में भाई मैं नींद में नहीं हूँ. I'm just happy, right? I'm just so happy at the moment, because like we finally, I just had that screening, right? The finally you can go to a game screening, you can finally meet the fellow Liverpool players, and you have such a good performance from the players as well. So it's not need, I'm just like नशे में कह सकते हो, नींद में नहीं कह सकते हो. अभी वही मजा आ गया आज गेम देख के, अच्छा लगा, एंटरटेनमेंट था फुल ऑन, ड्रिंक्स वगैरह. यार बस बस gosh, I just wish I could just go live at that very time, because we're singing songs, and it was good to be back. You step out of that little tiny Twitter world after like a year and a half, and you really see what it really means to a lot of people. All that negativity in Twitter, like it was just washed off when we just went in there, and we just started singing, we started chanting for our players and backing them up. So yeah, I'm super happy, and great result, guys. 3-0. Looking forward to AC Milan. Hope we get another screening. Let's hope we do. By the way, Kanu, since you're up still, I don't know what you're doing up again. We have a vlog coming up. I just made that for the screening which we just had. It's not much, it's just a little bit, but I do have a lot of reviews. uh, we have a lot of reviews from our fellow Liverpool supporters, so we'll stay tuned. We'll be posting it today by the end of the day, and hope to see you again, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in.